Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Krista. Today I'm going to do an update on my All the Books August challenge. So for the month of August, I decided to use or try to use all the books that I can and all the books that fit into my system. And it's funny enough, on the 5th of August, my grandfather passed away. So all the books went into being one book. I went to just using my everyday carry at the moment, which was my medium, and I'll show you how I use that. I use that thing to death. And basically around that time, obviously it was really difficult for me. I kind of shied away from the rest of my books because I was using this for journaling. I was using my personal wide for self-care and like reflection type things. And honestly, I remember when my father passed away, it was the last thing I wanted to do was to journal and to talk about my feelings. And I knew I felt like crap, so it wasn't something that I really wanted to get on paper. But now, as it's been a couple of weeks, I'm kind of coming around to myself again, and I'm happy to expand and use all my books again. So I'll show you how I'm using them and how I feel comfortable going forward with using them. I'll start with my medium, which is the one that has been my best friend for the past month. I'm using it kind of, as an everyday carry, so it's filling up. Like I have cash in the front, I have stickers in the back pocket. It's like a bunch of reference materials and my grandmother's care information and her medical information, because my husband and I are taking over the care of her and helping her. So in the front, I changed out some vellums. I took out the paper I had, and I got these beautiful vellums from Planner Press. This is just an acetate from Michaels. The Planner Press vellum, these gorgeous stickies from SM Plans. And I just put this on the dashboard, not on the dashboard, on the dividers. I have these clear frosted dividers from Dividers R Us. And then these stickers that mark the sections are from Brooklyn Grace Co. Some more vellum. And basically, you've seen this before, but in each section, I have an index of what is in that section. And this I've just been using as notes, a brain dump, just writing everything out. If I had random to-dos to do, I'd put them here before I migrated them somewhere else. So that has been that section, just a bunch of notes. And then I'll go into my monthly. My monthly, I have long-term to-dos, so like specific tasks that I need to get done, but not on a specific month or day. I'll put them there and pull from them each month. I have my future planning. Then I have my monthlies, which I had shown this before, but I put basically just my bills due, high-level things, doctor's appointments, things like that. And those are just monthlies. Then I go into my weeklies. Another piece of vellum, this Filofax dashboard, clear dashboard, and I put a bunch of sticky notes on it. And then these are my weeklies. So my weeklies have been working out great, and this is where I've been putting things that I know I definitely need to get done. So like appointments, scheduled things, and then when I'm done with each day, I cross it off. If there's a task that didn't get done that day, then I will leave it there. I'll try to do it the next day. If not, I'll migrate it to a different day. I have my overall to-do list for the week. And what I've been doing to mark off, because I'm getting into a new schedule with helping my grandmother, she has dialysis 3 times a week. So what I've been doing is putting a dot on those days. I know which time it is. It's the same time every morning. And that way I can just remember that those days I have to do that. So it is a little bit of a transitional period. We just kind of moved back to Long Island from being upstate, and my grandfather did pass away, so we are taking over the care for my grandmother. So I am very grateful for all of my planners and all my different systems, because I'm able to kind of adapt it for my needs and what I need now. So we'll see how this evolves over the next few weeks. But this is my current week. I've been putting things like, I know I need to meet with these 2 people, so I've been putting them on a page flag, and then you could migrate it. So if it's happening that day or whenever you think it's happening. And then just more doctor's appointments I filled in, and those are my weeklies. And these are from So Much Crafting, and these little tabs are from my newest addiction. And they're just monthly tabs, so I can mark off when each month starts. Then you go into my project section, which I again have my projects index of which projects I have in here. And then this is a dashboard from the Naked Planner, as she has beautiful, beautiful dashboards, and she has like some fall themed ones, but I thought this was fitting for the project section with the laptop and the coffee, because that's usually, and you know, paper, that's usually all I need for a project. On the back of it, I put some sticky notes, more vellum. This is the projects that I have going on in this section. My to-dos for the my planners, just things to check off on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, not a monthly basis. And then I have my cleaning tracker. I have tasks that I again would need to do on a daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis, and then trackers for things that I want to track when I do them. These are just weeklies where I was using them to plan out my cleaning schedule. I then have, this is my YouTube and Instagram notes. Just, I've said this before, I like to keep track or try to keep track of all the people that reach out or maybe mention me in their stories, or, you know, that have supported me, because I love to support them. And sometimes you just forget because there's so many Instagram handles and people's names, and I don't know about you, but I'm terrible with names. So it definitely helps to write it down. And then I have just a project of a filing system that I wanted to do. And it's funny because I had my projects in my personal wide, but this month, with all this stuff going on with my grandfather and taking care of his estate and everything, I wanted to have it with me at all times. So I kind of moved a lot of these projects into my Medium so that I can bring them with me. And this is just notes on that, on my grandmother's house, all notes on that. Then my personal section index, I can read you what I have. I just have favorite restaurants, shows and movies to watch, wish list, addresses, favorite shops, reference, clothing sizes, and reference for my grandmother, like her information. So that is all in the back, and that I'm always adding to, and that just looks like that. So I've been thoroughly loving this. This has been super functional for me. Now, as far as daily pages, which I have been using, like around the time of my grandfather's wake and funeral and stuff, obviously we didn't have like a ton to do each day, so this was fine. But now coming out of that, and I have a lot to do to take care of, I'm resorting to my B6, of course. So this is my Stalogy, and I'll show you from the beginning of the month. And I'm using this for dailies, more so right now than journaling. Before I was using it for journaling, but like I said, I think this is something with me and grieving. I don't want to really journal right now. Maybe a little blurb, but I'd rather just be functional. So I've turned this back into being just daily pages at the moment. That may change in a day, in a week, but right now it's kind of functional. So this is the beginning of the month. I skipped the days, when my grandfather passed. And then this was starting the 10th. I started needing to really map things out. So I had a timeline here, to-dos, things I want to do tomorrow. Again, another daily with appointments. My goal for the day is get to the gym. I love going to the gym, so I was happy to do that. And then, yeah, this is literally just daily, so giant to-do lists, and sometimes I will have it timed out. This was yesterday? No, yeah, 2 days ago, Saturday. And then this is today, giant to-do list and timed out, so I can see how my day is gonna look and where I'm gonna have room to do things. So again, I've been loving this, love the space of my Stalogy. And then just the past couple days, I've been getting back into updating my personal wide. So this is stayed exactly the same. I have a note section always, projects, which is just notes. And you know what, because I've been using this for my projects, I don't know if I'm going to use this at the moment for projects because I'm comfortable with it in my Medium. I may do this for like more dreamy projects, like things that aren't like urgent or pressing, like, I don't know, decorating or home items that don't need to happen immediately. I might do them in here. Because the reason I had them in my Medium is so I had the notes and things about those projects or things that required multiple steps with me, because it is more important. And then I have my blog section, or for my Instagram and YouTube, and I had been uploading pretty regularly. I mean, in July I uploaded every day, which I was happy about. In August, I skipped a few days, but I didn't record it. I really didn't open this book until this past week, which again, I know was due to the circumstances. So I'm happy to be back in this. I'm going to continue updating that because I really enjoyed that. These are just notes on videos. And then this is my personal section. So this is more personal wellness, not really pressing info. It's more like goal setting. What is this? Like feelings tracker, how I'm feeling. And then a little blurb about each day on that. Again, I did not update this recently, but I'm starting, the past couple days. This is affirmations. And then I have gratitude, which I'm again going to start doing. And then tending lists, which went to crap in August, but I will start that up for sure in September again because I really enjoyed doing that. And then my finance section. This is luckily something that I don't need to update on a daily basis, although I like to, because I do keep this information floating around in my Medium. So yeah, I keep most of this information floating around in my Medium, so I don't need to do this on a daily basis. I can go back at the end of the week or month and update it. I just prefer to do it on a daily basis, but it's just a place to consolidate my bills, what I'm paying, big expenses for taxes at the end of the year, and savings and savings and debt trackers in there. And then home, again, exact same, just recipes, planner inventory, and addresses, and again, just some reference information about my husband and I. So this, I haven't changed much. I'm going to continue using it the same way with the exception of the projects. I think I'm going to keep the relevant, pertinent projects in my Medium for now and do this for more like dreamy projects. That's the only way I can explain them. So that's that one. And then I was thinking of adding this one back in. So this is my Hobonichi Weeks. I abandoned it. I was using this in the beginning of the year for my everything planner until I realized I wanted more space. But this definitely helped me get back into planning the way I wanted to. And it helped me see the layout that I liked. And this kind of does, translate into my other planners now. It's just spaced out a little bit more. So I skipped all these months and now we're in August, and I wanted to use this as a fitness tracker. So I am going to the gym and going to different places. My workouts have changed a bit, so I was thinking of using each day to mark what I have done fitness-wise and go into a little more detail about it. So I might write notes about it here. This literally I back planned for 2 days. I thought of doing this last night. So I'm gonna start this week and see how that goes. The back note section was just a bunch of reference. So again, I think I'm just going to take notes here and see how it goes and see if this is something that I maybe want to bring into the new year. But that's the one that I've added. So I have right now these 4. In the beginning of the month, like I said, I was going to use my A5, but because we left our job and we're switching jobs, I don't currently have a work planner, so I'm just going to be using these 4 until I start up my new job in a couple of weeks. So if you have any questions or comments about what I'm doing, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear what you're doing for All the Books August, how your system has changed. But yeah, thanks so much for watching and take care. Bye.